is happening, my friends? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show, your go to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day. Whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz, look, we're diving deep and keeping it real. So do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. Today's episode is episode 282. 282. That's right, my friends. We want to keep that momentum going. I couldn't do it without you all, the listeners, the viewers out there. I want to thank you, as always, for taking 1 hour of your time, of your day, to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. As you know, we are a growing program, multiple platforms, multiple ways you can access the show. We give it to you raw. We give it to you unfiltered. We don't hold anything back, but we want to have fun. Okay, we want to have fun and keep you guys informed and entertained at the same time. So, look, on today's show, we have a lot to tap in to on this hour, but I hope you all are having a great day. Look, uh, your boy is continuing this journey on healthy living, and so my legs are feeling like crap because my trainer Joshua Mosley, shout out to Joshua Mosley, he's a friend of the program. He's our health and wellness expert, contributor, however you would like to call it, for the program. We always want to get access and advice and takes from a health and wellness expert. We always contact Josh, and yeah, Josh literally killed me today. I'm not lying. um yeah, we had a great day. As far as I'm exercising, the first of all, shout out to the wives that's motivating the husbands out there to stay active, because see, my wife is my motivator. She has been killing it. She's a athlete. She was a collegiate athlete, and it runs in the family for her. And so I think over the weekend we just did cardio. I think we were on the elliptical, and excuse me. She was on there. I think she said for a total of like 70 minutes. I'm like, without stopping, damn. Let me tell you something. When I got to that 20 minutes and some change, about 21 minutes, I said, a little bit of me was thinking maybe I should hold off on this, the cigar choice. And I was like, nah. No, I'm an occasional, right? Maybe once or twice a month I partake in a delicious cigar when the weather's perfect. It's my self haven. It's my meditation time. But I do watch what I eat. I make sure I stay active. Make sure I do a lot of cardio, because you want that blood pumping hard in that heart of yours. You know what I mean? So, yes, I'm just here having a great time, and I can't. I'm just excited as always when I have the moment to speak with you all, uh, the family on the other end of the lens. Also, I'm honored to say, man, I'm officially, because I've done work with them in the past with my local city's NAACP chapter, but I'm an official member, and I'm excited to be an official member of our local chapter. The NAACP, great organization. For those who are, let me try and see if I can give you a little bit of information while I speak of them. It's one of the oldest, largest civil rights organizations in the United States, founded in 1909 by W.E.B. Du Bois, Mary White, Ovington, and others. Thurgood Marshall and Roy Wilkins were leaders of the NAACP. The NAACP has been doing great work as far as advocacies for policies that ensure equal access to opportunities for all people. Keyword, all people, because the first thing people are going to say is, "Oh, is it just for people of color?" Guess what? Guess what? It's for all people, because if you think about it, everybody has a color. All right. Now, obviously, when you hear words of people of color, specifically minorities, but it's for all people. It's the National Association of the Advancement of Colored People. Keyword, advancement. In order for us to advance and continue to grow as a country and as a unit, organizations like the NAACP continues to keep the foot to the fire to those in power to make those rules. That's why I'm so passionate, y'all, when it comes to DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. I can't tell you how important it is to have programs like the diversity, equity, and inclusion. Here's the thing: diversity and equity inclusion programs were in existence prior to the word DEI, the term DEI was ever evolved. But here's the thing: DEI keeps people accountable because you still have folks in higher corporate positions that do not treat everybody equal. And in my opinion, I'm like, okay, the United States is supposed to be the home of the free, yet there's groups that don't feel that freedom. So when I always hear folks saying, "Aren't we all American? Why can't we all just be Americans? Why does it always be a race thing?" Here's the thing: last time I checked, not all Americans are being treated equal. Still to this day, it's 2025, and we're still not getting treated equal. So that's why I'm so excited to join the movement of the NAACP, because it is so much great work that they push for. Advocates policies that address racial discrimination in policing, courts, and incarcerations. They also advocate for education policies reform at the federal level, state level, and local level. Because I can't tell you enough, guys. You have to know what's happening in your backyard. You have to know what is occurring in your backyard. So please, if you haven't, y'all, and it doesn't have to be the NAACP, um it can just be any organization that you see fit that has a positive mission that can really benefit all people, especially folks in your community. Please take that initiative, join those groups. Young people, those who tune into this program, please get involved with groups that have a positive. If you're in college, start them while you're young, while you're in high school. It is so important, y'all. I can't tell you enough. One thing, I'm very fortunate, the fact that I had parents that always push being a giver, all right, helping those in need, because there's so many groups and folks out there that feel as though no one cares. And so I'm just saying, y'all, we got to keep that momentum going, because I don't know if y'all have been watching TV or reading the papers or reading articles. Man, it's a lot going on. We got a long 4 years. That's all I can say. We have a long 4 years. Let me see here. Uh Look, y'all, the Arrington Gavin show comes to you 5 days a week, weeknights, available on all platforms, available on YouTube. We drop new episodes on YouTube, as well as podcasts, all wherever you get your podcasts, all podcast platforms. Do me a favor, you can download the iHeart Radio app. You can listen to us, our audio episodes through there. And again, all podcast platforms. So whatever podcast platform you prefer, you can tune into the Arrington Gavin show. All you have to do is just type in the Arrington Gavin show. Also, you can watch us. We stream on YouTube as well as on the GOAT TV network. So do me a favor, my friends. You can download the free app on your App Store or Google Play Store. And guess what? You can also watch us on Roku. You can download the app through there, or Amazon Fire. It's free, 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 for free, for free, for free, free. It has some amazing content on there, like yours truly. Oh, yes, the Arrington Gavin show. We're on there, baby, and we have access as far as getting in the reach a larger audience, and that's one of our goals we want to do here on the show. Let's see here. Making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, be sure to be sure to follow us on our social media platforms. You can follow the Arrington Gavin show on Instagram, Blue Sky, X, and we also have uh uh some pieces that we've written on Substack. Okay, Substack, one word, Substack. So I appreciate if you can follow us on those platforms. I truly, truly, truly appreciate that. All right, my friends, before we move forward, let's go ahead and acknowledge some of our proud supporters of the Arrington Gavin show, like our friends over at the Full Package. Look, you think you got what it takes to be the next big star? Well, it's time to prove it. The Full Packages, the ultimate singing songwriting competition, is here. Show off your voice, your lyrics, and your passion. Whether you're a solo artist or part of a duo, this is your chance to shine at and take the stage like never before. For more information, if you want to apply, if you want to audition for this amazing competition, go to thefullpackagecontest.com. Okay, thefullpackagecontest.com. It is an amazing show. I've honored to serve as the backstage host, so I get to talk with some of these amazing contestants before they hit the stage. Now, they just finished wrapping up season 1, which you will be able to tune into on, guess what? Goat verse TV. Goat verse TV, where I'm telling you, we have a variety of amazing content creators and personalities on there, from music, from politics, from pop culture, from health, you name it. They have it all on Goat verse TV. Look, you got to support independent media, especially black owned media. You have to support it. You have to support it. You have to support it. And I'm telling you, this is some awesome stuff. So please do me a favor. I won't. I gotta keep it saying, download Goatverse TV app right now. Do it today. It's free. And again, I also want to thank the full package for being a proud supporter of the Arrington Gavin show, because, like, it takes a village. Really, it takes a village to hit a mission. And especially what we're trying to do here on the show. I mean, look, before you know it, we are going to continue to get the message out to the masses, of just great content, fun, informative content. And so yeah, but I want to thank Full Package for being a proud supporter of the Aaron T. Gavin show. Look, my friends, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot more show for you. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back, my friends, to the Arrington Gavin show. Look, let's get started real quickly with our quick fun fact of the day. We love to get that started, get the juices flowing before we get going in topics. Look, y'all, did y'all know that the Eiffel Tower can grow taller in the summertime? The Eiffel Tower, that's in Paris. That's in Paris, France. What a beautiful sight it is. Yes, yes, yes. It grows taller in the summertime. So it says here, due to the thermal expansion, it can be about 15 centimeters, which is around 6 inches taller when it's hot. So does that mean does it shrink in the cold? Maybe? No? Thought that was quite interesting. Let's get it going, my friends, with some of our stories, man. We want to tap into. So first up, I have to acknowledge, if y'all haven't found out or tuned into it, did y'all happen to see the fallout between President Zelensky, president of Ukraine, and President Donald Trump and Vice President JD Vance? Yes, it was a 2-on-1 shouting match that was extremely uncalled for, in my opinion. Um, and you know, it was initially supposed to be a meeting of the minds, working out a potential deal over minerals, right? And as you know, Ukraine has been in a long-standing war with Russia, millions and millions of lives, innocent lives lost, and so the United States was in solidarity with Ukraine and saying, "Hey, look, if you need any resources, anything like that, we got you, fam." Because here's the thing: when it comes to when it comes to uh uh allies, when it comes to building those great relationships with other countries, Ukraine is one of those places. And see, when it comes to Russia, obviously Russia's not goody two shoe really with the United States. But here's the thing: Putin and Trump, they buddy buddy. Well, at least that's what Trump says. uh You can never tell the expression from Vladimir Putin's face because it'll just be straight still. I never could tell, but we know that it's an interesting relationship, right? So here's the thing. President Zelensky, who has always been very respectful to the nation, but very grateful of the assistance that the U.S. has provided for Ukraine on this long-going battle between them and Russia. So, okay, boom, they come working on a deal, and let me go ahead and play you a little bit of this soundbite, and then I'll talk on the other side because I don't want to share too much because if you haven't tuned into this or heard about this, y'all. So before I get the ranting because I'm fuming over it. But let me go ahead and play you this soundbite real quick, and then we can talk on the other end.
Had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president in 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to
count once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You
God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
This entire meeting?
No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you?
Today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your.
Okay, so let me go ahead and dissect that because that was a lot that was said there. So let's start off with the first thing. Since when the hell does the vice president take charge of meetings between two leaders of countries? Like, when does that happen? Okay. 2, you see Zelensky speak truth, speak facts, right? He even asked the vice president a simple question. Sir, have you been to the Ukraine? And he stumbles. I've seen. I'm this, I'm that. Okay, so when you hit against a corner, when you backed up against the wall, when you're cornered, what happens? You start going to the attack. You should be thanking us. You should be thanking us. All right, where's this coming from? Zelensky says and you heard it in the video. He's like, okay, well, after JD Vance questions him, asking him questions, he's like, okay, that was a lot that was said there, so let me answer the first one. While he was explaining the first answer, he says, look, I hope, and you heard him because President Trump stopped him. Something, you have waters, you will feel this in the future, God bless it, I hope that you don't. That's when they say that in an exaggeration, like, I hope you don't feel this influence that we have in your country. And all of a sudden, don't tell us what we're gonna feel. So boom, it becomes a 2-on-1. And then by the time Zelensky tries to get word out, Trump's like, you've been doing a lot of talking, and over here JD Vance is like, well, you gotta hear live in front of these American press and all the press here, because I'm like, first of all, y'all do this for the press. You and Donald Trump, y'all feed off the press. He loves the camera, he loves the attention, right? JD's in the background saying, did you ever think in once? And I'm just like, what are we doing? Here? And it's so unfortunate because you see Trump was like, you're gambling here, you're doing this, you're playing cards. If you didn't hear in the beginning, President Zelensky said we've signed ceasefires many of times. And guess who broke the deal? Putin. He still attacks. He still kills our people. And see, they're over here defending this guy when you should be vouching for this guy. The whole 2-on-1 thing is childish. It is childish. It's bully-like. If that's the kind of leader that y'all want, good for you, because you got him. But what message are you trying to share out here, y'all? Like, it's childish play that you see in the playground. It's childish play. And then it gets worse. But let me go ahead and read a little bit in context that's reported from the BBC. Says here that it never should have happened. America's frustrated by the Trump and Zelensky spat. This report by the BBC. Let me try and read a little bit of this in context. Obviously, the blowout between the two that happened recently rippled across the globe. Because of that issue, they had a full day of functions planned. They cut it short, and Trump basically, kicked Zelensky out. He's like saying until he wants to make peace, then he could come back. But until then, he is not trying to make peace, and this is an awful way to make business. What do you know about making smart business, dude? You're a professional bankrupter. Your stuff bankrupts 24/7. Recently, and I wish I had the article. Recently, I think they said Truth Social took a huge dive because it had increased. Like, it, let's just say it's a failing business, as most of it is. But as I digress, it says here that let's see here. I mentioned about that Trump accusing Ukraine president of gambling with World War III. Of course, as Zelensky pushes back those comments, saying, suggesting that he should work harder to agree a ceasefire with Vladimir. Hold on. Zelensky pushed back, suggested that he should work harder to agree on a ceasefire with Vladimir Putin. Zelensky was eventually told to leave, which I mentioned earlier. Let's see here. South Carolina voter aligns himself with the Trump administration, but he was frustrated by the Oval Office spat and wants the U.S. to continue to back Ukraine, like majority folks. Okay, like majority folks. This gentleman, he's 51. He's a Republican. This is his words. He says it never should have happened. I blame both, which is a cop out because really, you know exactly who started. See, this is my thing, y'all. Y'all have got to stop acting like, okay, whoever you voted for, stop acting such like you're just holding on the bandwagon. Like you do anything. You're gonna be a yes man or a yes lady to this person. Like, look, when they're wrong, and you need to own up to it. Like, that's what kills me. When they see him clear as day, you saw clear as day that Trump's VP started this whole crap, and then it continued. He was wrong. Zelensky did not come across as arrogant. Frankly, I get what he was trying to make his point, but he doesn't know how to deal with Trump. See, I hate, and this is from the voter, right? The Trump supporter. Here's how you got to handle Trump when it comes BS. That is pure bull. Ain't no tell me how I need to. What we need to do is be civil and know that we are representing our people, our country. So it's literally like saying, because you're talking to a grown ass child. Excuse my French, my French. That's who you're speaking with. Here's how you gotta walk ahead, talk to him, and this and that and the other. Yeah, just y'all killing me, man, with this. He didn't come across it because he wasn't arrogant. So that was a Republican. Let's see what the mindset from a Democrat. A Florida Democrat has repeatedly voted against Trump and said that it was a shame to call and it's a shame to call yourself an American in the wake of the meeting. Wow, that's pretty bold. It gives you different takes from people from different political backgrounds. Okay, look, let's talk to the independent from New Jersey, who has voted both Republican and Democrat in the past, but was disgusted by how Trump and Vance handled themselves in the Oval Office. Once again, everybody goes to who was really wrong in this case. Trump and Vance. They were wrong. And now, honestly, it's working in Zelensky's favor because he has all of Europe. You hear me? All of Europe supporting him because they know it was wrong. Let me play you another. I want to share another clip with you all. If I can, let's see if I can find it right here. Perfect. So this person who is really not famous at all. That's why I'm not even gonna freaking say his name, because I did obviously had to do my own research and who is this individual. But a journalist asked Zelensky why doesn't he wear a suit. So let me play you this soundbite.
Question for President Zelensky. Do you ever? Why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if do you own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not respecting.
I don't have such. I will wear a costume after this war will finish. Okay. Yes, maybe one. Maybe something like yours. Yes. Maybe some.
So let me go ahead and explain who or where this gentleman is coming from. So he is a correspondent for a far right wing network called Real America Voice. This cheap rinky dink network that has basically gained success off of being a first class butt kisser to President Trump. I mean, like a lot of folks, people become influential because of who they vote for, and they they gain a career out of it, like networks do. And so hey, this is this network has gained an influence because being a huge supporter of Trump. And so this reporter, he asked a foreign leader, why did you even own a suit? Do you even own a suit? Okay, let's call a spade a spade. Like, do you ask what's the guy's name? Oh yeah, Elon Musk. Do you ask him on his dress attire? Because he comes in with a baseball cap and maybe like a trench coat that looks pretty creepy and a t-shirt. Do you ever ask him on his dress code? No, nothing, crickets. Yeah, because you don't. You don't. You literally wanted that 15 seconds of fame. Obviously, you got it because I'm talking about it, and other folks all across the news and social media has speaking about it. You're a man that has no relevance. He I will continue to say he made a career off of being riding the coattail of President Trump. And hey, he's doing it. He's in the Oval Office questioning foreign leaders, dumb questions, but hey, he's asking them questions. And so again, in addition to the issues that he had with Trump and this question that this guy asked, I mean, it was just an ultimate kick in the face kind of meeting. And lastly, before we go to another commercial break, I want to play you this clip because see, Lindsey Graham, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, he's always just what do they say? Just bless his heart, because he wants to be included in so many groups so many times, and it's sad. You're too old to be just. Please, sir, wipe that stuff off your nose. Let me go ahead and play you this soundbite. So there's two clips. One is showing Senator Lindsey Graham being in solidarity with President of Ukraine. This happened February 14th of this year, 2025, compared to his thoughts February 28th, same year. Let me go ahead and play this for you.
I want to tell you and your people, you're the ally I've been hoping for all my life. Not one American has died defending Ukraine. You've taken our weapons and you've kicked their ass. And I'm very proud to have you as our ally. And I don't know if we can ever do business with Zelensky again. I think most Americans saw a guy that they would not want to go in business with. The way he handled the meeting, the way he confronted the president was just over the top. So I think the relationship between Ukraine and America is important, vitally important. But can Zelensky do a deal with the United States? After what I saw, I don't know. I want to tell you.
Let me tell you something. Again, now, Lindsey trying to keep his position. He trying to keep his position. That's all that is, y'all. He trying to keep his position. Let's go ahead and take a commercial break, my friends. Look, we have a lot more show for you. Don't go anywhere. You are tuning in to the Arrington Gavin Show.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up.
Yeah, this that new Goat Verse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of the app he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. I am your friend, your host, Arrington Gavin. Thank you for staying with us. Look, let's move it on to sports. I'm gonna come back to some politics if we have a little time. But I want to move it on to sports because recently a monumental groundbreaking trade recently occurred between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Commanders. Now, you know, the Washington Commanders came off of a historic season. I believe they had 12 wins. I don't have me lying, but they had I don't know. They're not giving me information. I think they had close to like 12 wins this past season. They found a star in Jay Daniels. And so, which I'm excited because look, the Commanders is the closest NFL team for as a Virginia native. They're not my squad, but they are a historic team, and everybody always, when they want to catch a football game, they go to them. They made it as far as going to the NFC Championship game. So I mean, again, one hell of a season. What was their overall record? Their overall record was 12-5. Spectacular. So recently they just finished a trade to bring wide receiver Deebo Samuel to the Commanders for a 5th round draft pick. First of all, Deebo is no scrum, by the way. He is one of the top tier receivers in the league right now. He was San Francisco's top receiver and now you've seen him head to Washington again, adding more weapons for Washington's next season. Not going to be more happier. Says here, Samuel is due for $21.7 million in this year of 2025. He will reunite with Commanders general manager Adam Peters, who previously spent 7 seasons at the 49ers front office. The 49ers selected Samuel 36 overall in the 2019 NFL draft. He will pair with Terry McLaurin to give Washington a talent wide receiver duo. Yes, they are absolutely right. Samuel was a Swiss Army knife for the 49ers under the head coach Kyle Shanahan, they say. Samuel is the only wide receiver in NFL history with 20 plus career rush touchdowns and 20 plus career receiving touchdowns. So a multi-purpose kind of athlete. Let's see, he's a Pro Bowler, All Pro nods in 2021. 29 years old, so not very young, but also not extremely old. So still fresh legs, fresh, very, very, very active. Last season, played 15 games, 51 receptions, his low mark as any season in his 13 plus appearances. He recorded 670 receiving yards, 3 receiving touchdowns, 42 rushing attempts for 136 yards and 1 score. So not the best season for him. So he probably was excited to have a fresh slate. But again, his quarterback was Offensive Rookie of the Year. One of 4 NFL players in history with 4,000 plus receiving yards and 1,000 plus rushing yards in their first 6 seasons. So congrats to Washington. I will be keeping an eye on you guys because you never know. Maybe I might need to come a little closer home. And because I'm a Colts fan. I've always been a Colts guy, but I don't know that yellow and burgundy don't look too bad. It don't look too bad. So we will see. We will see. But I just wanted to put that out there to keep y'all afloat. What's going on in the off season? As you know, they're having the what are they doing right now? They got the draft going on. And then just keep you prepared for the next season. So it will be interesting to see. As I digress from this story, I want to move it on to I guess you can professional entertainment. There we go. Sports entertainment. So y'all know, man, I'm a huge wrestling fan. Okay, I am a wrestling fan, and recently, it was so many memes and the breaking news, like, what, yo, John Cena just turned heel. Now, for some knowledge for you non-professional wrestling fans out there, heel means bad guy, the face means good. So you got the good guys, you got the bad guys. The heel is the villains. And so John Cena had already announced that this year was going to be his last year as a professional wrestler. He will be retiring, finishing off a historic wrestling career. He's easily, I mean, they don't go about ballots like the NFL does with their Hall of Fame in professional wrestling, but he is one of the greatest wrestlers to ever wrestle. Okay. And just entertainers. So recently at the one of their pay-per-views, the Elimination Chamber event, John Cena, he had some heads turning. No one saw it coming. He shocked the world. So let me go ahead and play you this sound bite. For those who are watching, you can watch this clip, but for those who are listening, I'll explain it on the other side. So just hold tight as I pull up this clip for you all.
There is your main event for WrestleMania.
John and then Cena. Look at the turn. kicked him right in the, you know, the man parts. What's even more funny is the fact that you got John Cena in the ring, you got The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and then you got Travis Scott. Like Travis Scott is a good is a good villain to have in there. He just needs to have a little more. I don't know. If he was more bulky, like I mean, he's just so tiny. Like that's the funny thing. When you got these little tiny entertainers, it's funny. But Travis Scott played he played that role pretty good. He came with the all black with the shades and everything, and he like slapped the crap out of Cody Rhodes. That was the heel turn, by the way. So Cody Rhodes is like the face of the WWE. He is also the son of WWE Hall of Famer, the late great Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and his son, Cody Rhodes, youngest son, because his brother is also Dustin Rhodes. I believe I don't know if Goldust is in the hall, but he was another great wrestler. But Cody is the face. Boom, he goes in for the handshake with Cena. They thinking everything's good, and then Cena turns after the signal from the Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who is now put on this persona of like a mob boss mentality, and he's rocking the belt. Kind of brings back the old NWO era. Again, I'm taking y'all back. NWO was New World Order. Yeah, was the group, the infamous, the famous group that had Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash. Okay, and so at the time, Hulk Hogan was everybody's biggest hero. Eat your vegetables, eat your vitamins, do this, do that. Kids loved him. You know, the families loved him. They're like, oh, he's somebody you could really look up to, right? He had the entrance music, I am a real American, which is funny because people can't stand his ass now. But after his support of President 47, yeah, President 47. Dwayne The Rock Johnson was that guy, right? Everybody loves The Rock. Oh, he comes in from time to time because he has a huge Hollywood career now, and he does so much other stuff. Has a great tequila, Terramana. I'm a brown guy, but that's that. I do like my tequila too. That stuff is good. And so The Rock, he has his persona. He has put on this image of the bad guy, and he's doing it great, right? And now you got John Cena involved. It's like, God dang. So yeah, man, it is dope. And let's see here. I didn't know John Cena is a 16-time world champion, by the way, 16-time. I think I just my whole shocker is the fact that John Cena is literally gonna wait until he retires to turn heel. You know what I mean? Like, does he want to leave? Does he want to finish his career as a heel, or does he want to finish his career as a good guy, as a face? Because regardless, it's which one is more memorable. Because let's be honest, we know some villain wrestlers that became legendary, like Ric Flair. Ric Flair was the ultimate heel. Going way back, the Iron Sheik, right? Those are back in those days. The Iron Sheik was that guy to hate. Oh man, who else? Bobby the Brain Heenan. The list goes on and on. Who are Kurt Angle, Vince McMahon, the ultimate heel. Like, people love the heels more than they love the faces. So it's like, I know, Cena, you want to go on top, which he was going to go on top regardless, but you can kind of see the wear and tear in his body. He's still in great shape, but you see the wear and tear of his body, because I think he's almost like 50 years old. And as a wrestler, still keeping that out, that's a lot of wear and tear on your body. But it was memorable. It is definitely going to be one of the most talked about things by the time the year is over, right? When they always do the, you know, the 2025 memorable moments, this will be a memorable moment when John Cena turned heel. Everyone will talk about it. Anything I want to, let me see if I want to add on anything to that. No, not really. Let me actually play you this one more soundbite. So they actually, so the WWE is doing, they're just like, they're, it's under the new leadership of Paul Levesque, who's better known as Triple H. They have expanded and become, they own sports entertainment. They have multiple brands now, right? Raw, Monday Night Raw is now on the streaming platform, Netflix. You have NXT. You have, you know, you have guys working behind the scenes like Triple H, like Shawn Michaels. All the greats that I grew up watching are now behind the scenes putting in there. I mean, come on, who would have thought D Generation X, DX is now in charge? Who would have thought? Um, and in addition to that, after their like famous pay-per-views, they do a post conference, a post press conference similar to what they do in the UFC. And I'm just like saying, this is just so, it's interesting. So let me go ahead and play you this one, and then we're gonna head to another commercial break. And let me see here. See if I can get this going for you guys. No, actually, this video was no words. This is mainly for those who are watching this. This one is for you. For those who are listening, hey, watch it. And it's just, it's interesting. It's interesting. Folks are commenting saying the greatest heel turn in pro wrestling. That'll be a hard one to call. I think that'll be a good list. I would like to share with folks. Okay, so this is what John Cena had to say during the press conference, the post press conference. I mean, that's all. He just took the mic off the stand and dropped the mic and left. Like, I mean, it's. I tell you, it's good stuff. Must see TV. I tell you, must see TV. Great actors. Because John Cena definitely has a career in Hollywood. He could he have a career like John Cena and Batista? I think so. Now, do I think he's a great actor? Not really. He has great humor. I will say that. Very, very, great humor. Here's how I break it down. The greatest pro wrestler turned actor, in my opinion, is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Bar none, right? Second, I would say that's gonna be hard because see, Stone Cold done a few films. The Miz, a lot of the actors, I'm about to say local actors, a lot of the actors did indie films and just films because WWE, I'm pretty sure, has like an entity for like films and stuff like that. Batista is a great actor. I will say that you can tell he's more passionate as being more of the serious one and more drama. He struggles with comedy films. See, John Cena is great in comedy films. He's not that good in like serious roles. Like his role in Fast and Furious was you know what I mean? But he's a comedy guy. He's more comedy. And to me, John Cena, The Rock can do it all. He's very versatile. He can do serious. He can do family. He can do action packed. He's very good when it comes to his craft. Let's see here. I'm not gonna do a commercial break. I'm gonna keep the momentum going. So let's move it back to politics, my friends. Politics. Let me go ahead and I thought this was quite interesting. And the reason why I thought it was quite interesting, because out of all people, who was, I wouldn't say he wasn't I mean, I don't know. He's been portrayed as an anti-vaxxer, right? He's anti-vaccines, but he has said to himself, "Hey, I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm just, I want research. I want to see the research, and but X, Y, and Z." And so what had occurred is, let me go ahead and bring this up for you. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. I want to bring up this. So Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who is the health and what is his title? Health and Human Services Secretary of Health and Human Services. He recently said that recently shared that he's urging people to get vaccinated amid of the daily Texas outbreak. Says here, this is reported by Axios. Says here that, make sure. Says here that he spoke on the benefits of the MMR vaccine recently in response to the growing measles outbreak happening in Texas. Now, says here that he has a long record of showing skepticism. Can't get my words out about vaccines. And here's the thing, y'all. And I'm not trying to defend him by any means, because hey, he can speak for himself. But when it came to the COVID vaccine, look, I took it. I was, first in line. Give it to me. But I was never hesitant, right? Because I had faith. I put trust in, in the physicians and the medical professionals. If my doctor say, "Hey, get it," I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna take it, right? But I don't think it's wrong for people that have hesitation, or people to say, I don't think I want to take it. You know what I mean? Like, people shouldn't be forced to take anything. So that's when I do have somewhat agreements with RFK. And so that's just my stance with him. Now, in my personal opinion, I think RFK is a slight opportunist, because I didn't have anything wrong with him, running as an independent. If he, obviously he was playing his strategies right. He's like, okay, I'm not getting support on the Democratic side because of my stance on the vaccine. And even though I come from a prominent Democratic family, I'm not gonna let that hold me against it. I want to run for, what's right, this and the other. He realized that, okay, RFK was an environmental attorney. That was really his, and not saying that that's like an unexistent field, because hey, it is a field for that. But again, he was never a, say, front and center Kennedy that everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, it's RFK." No one really gave him that attention. So as an independent, he's like, okay, look, let me go ahead and do this right now. It's like, I'm pretty front and center, this and then the other. He then went on to kind of talk with both administrations on a possible position, or how he can work with them, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, hey, putting out an application, and then all of a sudden he endorses Donald Trump. I just thought that was a bit interesting. I looked at it as an opportunist move, in my opinion, because he knew that, hey, look, the voters, in order for him to endorse, he wanted a position, and he got that position. No experience at all in health, by the way. But says here that he's previously repeated debunks, obviously, claims about vaccines that provided exclusive answers to senators on his stance of vaccines. Says here that measles aspirate call to action for all of us, and the MMR vaccine is crucial to avoiding potential deadly disease. He wrote that before the introduction of the measles, mumps, and rubella, I believe that's how it's pronounced, vaccine in the 1960s. Virtually every child in the United States contracted measles. He noted that from 1953 to 1962, on average, there were 500 and 30,217 confirmed cases and 440 deaths, with a fatality rate of 1 in 1,205 cases. Now, this is a quote from Kennedy. He says, vaccines not only protect individual children from measles, but also contribute to community immunity, protecting those who are unable to be vaccinated due to the medical reasons. So, again, it looks like, and I'll read a little more on this, but I think the recent report shows at least 146 measles cases have been identified in the South Plains and Panhandle since January, according to the latest available information from the Texas Department of State Health and Services. So so it looks like he is advocating for y'all to take those in Texas. Hey, make sure you get vaccinated with that MMR. So look, is this gonna force him to lose some street cred for those who are like, I'm rooting for you, man, because you were anti-vax. Like, I mean, I know people that just don't take vaccine. Hey, that's on you. I'm taking something to help protect me. If it, God willing, hopefully I don't get no side effects later on in life, but so far I've had a good clean slate and I'm very fortunate for that. And so I want to keep it that way. But I'm also going to listen to my medical professionals too. Whatever they say, I'm going to say, look, it's, you said it was good, so I'm going to take it. But hey, everybody always can change, I guess. Everybody can always change. But y'all, as always, I want to thank you for your continuous support. We're coming on close to that time. If you haven't yet, please download the GOATverse TV app. Do it now. Do it today. GOATverse TV network. It is in a thriving network amongst amazing personalities, where you discuss. You have music historians. You got myself bringing into the politics and pop culture aspect of things. Great interviews as well. You have relationship talk. You have rap. You have a platform for independent music artists. You have the channel that has the first ever, one of the most successful and the most talked about singing songwriting competition shows coming their way. I mean, there's so much great stuff coming with GOATverse TV. So please do me a favor. Again, it's free. Download it on the App Store, Google Play Store for all you Android users out there. I'll pray for y'all. And also you can download it on Roku and Amazon Fire. Yes, that's right. We have access of being in front of over 1 million homes with the privilege of being on Roku. So look, as I mentioned before, we're gonna continue to grow the platform, and we're gonna try and revamp the set, man, because I know my little rinky dink sets can look a little tough, but hey, we are working on it. We are working on it because we are a work in progress. Please go ahead and follow the Arrington Gavin Show on Instagram, Blue Sky, X, formerly known as Twitter, as well as Substack. I truly appreciate that. And be sure to continue to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. We drop 5 days a week, okay, Monday through Fridays. You can tune into us on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. You can download the iHeartRadio app as well. And guess what? You can listen to us on the radio airwaves if you happen to be in the Metro Atlanta area. Listen to us on WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk, Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to the Arrington Gavin Show. Until next time, my friends, y'all take care. Stay safe out there. Peace and blessings. I will see you next time for another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm out.